Billie Eilish. Baird O'Connell is an American singer-songwriter. She first gained public attention in 2015 with her debut single Ocean Eyes, written and produced by her brother Phineas O'Connell, with whom she collaborates on music and live shows. In 2017, she released her debut extended play, titled Don't Smile at Me. Commercially successful, it reached the top 15 of record charts in numerous countries, including the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. Eilish's first studio album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?, debuted atop the US Billboard 200 and UK Albums chart. It was one of the best-selling albums of the year, buoyed by the success of its fifth single Bad Guy, Eilish's first #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. This made her the first artist born in the 21st century to release a chart-topping single. The following year, Eilish performed the theme song No Time to Die for the James Bond film of the same name, which topped the UK Singles Chart and won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 2022. Her subsequent singles Everything I Wanted, My Future, Therefore I Am, and Your Power peaked in the top 10 in the US and UK. Her second studio album, Happier Than Ever, topped charts in 25 countries. Eilish has received multiple accolades, including 7 Grammy Awards, 2 American Music Awards, 2 Guinness World Records, 3 MTV Video Music Awards, 3 Brit Awards, a Golden Globe Award and an Academy Award. She is the youngest artist in Grammy history to win all 4 general field categories: Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year in the same year. She was featured on Time magazine's inaugural Time 100 Next list in 2019 and the Time 100 in 2021. According to the Recording Industry Association of America and Billboard, Eilish is the 26th highest certified digital singles artist and one of the most successful artists of the 2010s. She has a history of political activism, focusing on climate change awareness and women's equality. Early life. Billie Eilish. Baird O'Connell was born in Los Angeles, California on December 18, 2001. She is the daughter of actress and teacher Maggie Baird and actor Patrick O'Connell, both of whom are also musicians and work on Eilish's tours. Eilish is of Irish and Scottish descent. She was conceived via in vitro fertilization. Her middle name, Eilish, was originally meant to be her first name, while Pirate was to be her middle name. She was raised in the Highland Park neighborhood of Los Angeles. Eilish and her brother Phineas were homeschooled by Baird, a decision their parents made to spend time with them and give them the freedom to pursue their interests. Baird taught Eilish and Phineas the basics of songwriter. Eilish said her brother and mother inspired her to get into music. Their parents encouraged the siblings to express themselves and explore whatever they wanted, including art, dancing, and acting. Eilish also performed at talent shows and joined the Los Angeles Children's Chorus at age 8. At age 6, she started playing the ukulele. She wrote her first real song at age 11 for her mother's songwriter class. The song is about the zombie apocalypse, inspired by the television series The Walking Dead, from which she took script lines and episode titles for the song. Eilish had gone on some acting auditions, which she disliked. However, she enjoyed recording background dialogue for crowd scenes and worked on the films Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Ramona and Beezus, and the X-Men series. Eilish also took dance classes until 2016, when a growth plate injury put an end to her dancing career and she turned her focus toward recording music. Career 2015-2017, I Don't Smile at Me/I. None. 2018-2020, I When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?/I. None. 2021 present, I Happier Than Ever/I and I Guitar Songs/I. None. Artistry Musical style, songwriter, and music videos. Eilish possesses a soprano vocal range. Avery Stone of Noisy described her vocals as ethereal, and Maura Johnston of Rolling Stone characterized them as whispery. Doreen St. Felix of The New Yorker opined that she has a husky, slurring voice that she can thin out to reedy. Music critic Robert Christgau wrote that while Eilish is musically and commercially pop, her brand also reminds us how amorphous has become, describing her soprano as too diminutive for vocal calisthenics, adding that her playful version of teen goth angst and electro-saturated debut album captivated a diverse audience. Her music incorporates pop, dark pop, electropop, emo pop, experimental pop, goth pop, indie pop, teen pop, and alt pop. Eilish and her brother, Phineas, collaborate on songwriter. Phineas writes for Eilish's albums, produces her music, and also performs in live shows. Eilish and Phineas like to completely make up things and become characters and have songs that are really fictional. Eilish said a number of the songs also derive from her and Phineas' experiences. They try to write really interesting and conversational lyrics. We try to say stuff that doesn't have to be that deep, but you say something way deeper in a certain way that makes sense, but you haven't really thought about. Phineas has stated that when he writes for his sister, he aims to write that I think she'll relate to and enjoy singing and empathize with the lyrics and make her own. When he writes with Eilish, he tries to help her tell whatever story she's trying to tell, bounce ideas off of her, listen to her ideas, and use a language that fits her voice telling the story. Eilish had wanted to direct her own music videos since age 14 but was initially not given the opportunity due to lack of experience. In 2019, she made her directorial debut with the video for her song Zanny. Influences. Eilish grew up listening to the Beatles, Justin Bieber, Green Day, Arctic Monkeys, Linkin Park, and Lana Del Rey. She has said that stumbling upon Aurora's Runaway on YouTube inspired her to pursue a music career. Hip-hop is her favorite genre and biggest inspiration. Eilish has cited Tyler, the Creator, Childish Gambino, and Avril Lavigne as major musical and style influences for her. Other influences include Adele, Earl Sweatshirt, James Blake, Amy Winehouse, the Spice Girls, Lorde, Marina and the Diamonds, Britney Spears, Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, XXXTentacion, and 21 Pilots. Eilish has also named Rihanna as an inspiration for her style choices after she called fashion her defense mechanism during an acceptance speech. She has also credited Damon Albarn for changing the way she views art and music creation. Eilish has been compared in the media to Lavigne, Lorde, and Del Rey, the last of whom she says she does not want to be compared to, stating, "That woman has made her brand so perfect for her whole career and she shouldn't have to hear that." Eilish said that Ariana Grande's 2019 album Thank You, Next inspired her to continue making music. Public image and recognitions. Eilish is the recipient of numerous awards including 7 Grammy Awards, 2 American Music Awards, 2 MTV Europe Music Awards, 3 MTV Video Music Awards, an Academy Award, 2 Guinness World Records, 1 Brit Award, 3 Billboard Music Awards. In 2019, Time placed her on their inaugural Time 100 Next list. She is the youngest person, second person ever, and first female artist to win the 4 main Grammy categories: Best New Artist, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year in the same year. In 2022, she became the first person born in the 21st century ever to win an Academy Award, receiving the award for Best Original Song for No Time to Die from the James Bond film of the same name. Style. Much of the media attention surrounding Eilish has revolved around her fashion style, which consists primarily of baggy, oversized clothing. Eilish said frequent coloring of her hair may have caused her to have hair follicles and unnecessary stress. For now, the singer seems to be content with her black hair. In 2017, she stated that she likes dressing out of her comfort zone to feel like she grabs the attention of everyone around her. She tries to be really different from a lot of people and dresses opposite to what others wear. Aiming to look memorable, Eilish said that she proved to people that more important than they think and likes being kind of intimidating, so people will listen up. In 2019, she stated, "Over time it's kind of become a thing, Billie Eilish, the creepy, weird, scary girl. And I don't like that. It's lame. I just don't want to stay one thing." In May 2019, Eilish appeared in a Calvin Klein advertisement, where she mentioned that she dresses in baggy clothes to prevent people from judging her body. In a March 2020 live show in Miami, as part of the Where Do We Go? Tour, she premiered Not My Responsibility, a short film which addresses her experiences of body shaming. Not My Responsibility was later uploaded to Eilish's YouTube channel in May 2020. Eilish was on the cover of the June 2021 issue of British Vogue. The photo shoot by Craig McDean featured her dressed in lingerie, specifically focused on corsets. Eilish made her first appearance at the Met Gala in 2021, which had the theme In America, a lexicon of fashion, wearing an Oscar de la Renta gown under the condition that the fashion house would permanently end its use of real fur. Though the dress was inspired by the original Barbie doll, fashion critics observed its likeness to Golden Age star Marilyn Monroe, who also wore a tulle Oscar de la Renta gown in the early 1950s. Products and endorsements. In April 2019, Eilish released clothing in collaboration with Takashi Murakami, inspired by her music video for You Should See Me in a Crown, also directed and animated by Murakami, as well as a limited edition vinyl figure of herself from the video. Eilish also collaborated with Adobe Creative Cloud the same month for a series of advertisements as well as a social media art contest, where users would submit artwork with the hashtag #BillieExadobe. Eilish appeared in the debut of Calvin Klein's My Calvin's ad campaign in May 2019, as well as the Ad Council's Seize the Awkward campaign, a series of public service announcements targeting mental health awareness. She fronted MCM Worldwide's Fall 2019 advertising campaign in July 2019, and later that month, collaborated with Los Angeles-based clothing brand Freak City for a clothing line. Also in July 2019, she performed at a dinner hosted by Chanel on Shelter Island to celebrate the brand's pop-up yacht club. In August 2019, Eilish partnered with Apple to allow Apple Store customers to experiment with her song You Should See Me in a Crown in Music Lab sessions in its stores. Eilish's collaboration with the clothing company Siberia Hills was met with controversy after it was revealed that the company had used plagiarized designs of fan art of the character Nozomi Tojo from Love Live, drawn by artist Makoto Kurakawa, for Eilish's clothing line. The brand later clarified that Eilish herself had no knowledge of the plagiarism. In November 2021, Eilish debuted an eponymous perfume brand, named Eilish, touted as vegan and cruelty-free. Advocacy. Eilish has a history of political activism, publicly expressing her views on a multitude of political issues. She has been vocal with regards to environmental causes, including climate change awareness. Among other pursuits, Eilish signed an open letter to world leaders urging them to take action against climate-induced poverty, embarked on an ad campaign encouraging young people to use technology for environmental advocacy, and hosted a 6-day climate seminar in London titled Overheated to discuss topics such as sustainable fashion and youth activism. Her 2019 single All the Good Girls Go to Hell centers around climate change and uses heaven and hell imagery to criticize ignorance about rising sea levels, and she permitted the non-profit Coral Watch to use Ocean Eyes as part of an online awareness campaign about Australia's Great Barrier Reef. Eilish was raised as a vegetarian, is a regular advocate on social media for animal rights and veganism, and has criticized the dairy, wool, and mink fur industries. Eilish has spoken in multiple occasions about women's rights. A supporter of body positivity, she wrote and produced the 2020 short film Not My Responsibility as a response against body shaming towards her and the double standards placed upon women's appearances. Your Power, one of her 2021 singles, criticizes the sexual exploitation of young women, primarily by men who hold power over them. Eilish associates herself with the U.S. abortion rights movement. She expressed rage when Texas implemented its anti-abortion laws in 2021. During the 2022 Glastonbury Festival, she performed Your Power to condemn the overturning of Roe v. Wade. She spoke of the decision, "Today is a really dark day for women in the U.S. I'm just going to say that as I cannot bear to think about it any longer in this moment." She included a reference to Roe v. Wade's overturning in her 2022 track TV, much of which she wrote after a draft of the court decision was leaked online in May. In March 2020, Eilish encouraged fans online to register to vote for the 2020 U.S. presidential election. In August 2020, she performed at the 2020 Democratic National Convention and announced her endorsement of Joe Biden's presidential campaign. Personal life. Eilish previously lived with her parents in the Highland Park neighborhood of Los Angeles until 2019, when she moved out. She said in 2021 that she still spends many nights in her childhood bedroom to be close to her parents. She stated she has Tourette syndrome, synesthesia, and has experienced depression. This included an incident where she had planned her own suicide, which she claimed that her friend, late American rapper/singer XXXTentacion, stopped her from going through with. Eilish dated rapper Brandon Adams, who goes by the stage name 7amp. They have since broken up. In late October 2022, it was reported that Eilish was dating fellow singer Jesse Rutherford. Discography. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Happier Than Ever. Tours. Headlining. Don't Smile at Me Tour. Where's My Mind Tour. One by One Tour. When We All Fall Asleep Tour. Where Do We Go? World Tour. Happier Than Ever, the World Tour. Opening Act. Florence and the Machine High as Hope Tour. Filmography. Film.